Hi. You know, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so I thought I would do one today for a few reasons. Now, I just finished coming out of the shopping center, and I just had some time in between my clients today. And something interesting happened today. While I'm shopping, I'm trying on some different outfits. And for those of you who follow me and know the work that I do in hypnotherapy, I do one of the many areas that I work with my clients on is weight loss. And I myself have been through my own journey, or been on my own journey, and I've been pretty public about it and discussing it because I'm a walking, breathing testimonial for what it is that I do. So I share my vulnerability with my clients because I myself have healed a lot from what it is that I do. I've healed anxiety and depression. I've healed where I used to be on midfuls and medication. And that's being vulnerable, admitting that, because that's not something that many people want to cop to, at least not me, because I pride myself on being a pretty strong and together girl. I work on myself a lot, but that has been a struggle with anxiety and depression in the past. I have and always and for a long time been on my weight loss journey. So today, I say all that to say, while I'm shopping today, I am trying on different items of clothing, and I'm noticing something that hasn't happened in decades. I knew I had lost 66 pounds since the beginning of this journey. But I think I've, blown through that plateau and have lost even more and didn't even really realize it. I started out at 209 pounds, and I'm 5'1". That's a lot of weight to carry on this frame. But today is a landmark day. Every single stitch of clothing that I tried on, I was starting out with the mediums and they were all too big. I am back to my normal size small. And that's where my resting state is for my body, the way my body is built. Even though I'm muscular, I'm still only 5'1". I'm supposed to be a size small. And that is where I have returned to today. And I just have to say that I am in such a moment of gratitude for the journey that I've been on, the discovery about myself that I have experienced as a process, as a byproduct of doing this work, and just giving myself a moment to feel proud of myself that I actually did it. And I tell my clients all the time, if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I'm a little thick. I'm a little hard-headed, stubborn, and, hard on myself too. So sometimes those combinations, qualities, they sometimes make it difficult for you to move through your lessons and your process, especially in regards to hypnotherapy, but I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. So I just wanted to take a moment to share that because it's been a long time coming. It's been over a year that I've been on this. And I've had many, many people encourage me along the way. I know, Rick, you're watching right now. You've been a big one, encouraging me and being my, person to check in with. Because I'm always honest with you and tell you when I'm backsliding, because I'm a sugar addict, and you give me encouragement to not go to backslide. And this whole journey I haven't, while I might have momentary times of weakness, I really have not gained weight through this process. I haven't gained and then had to go back and lose it. So it's been pretty consistent, and I'm proud of myself. So I wanted to share, and I just wanted to also highlight some points of the power of your mind and being mindful about what it is that you want and the value of beginning to not focus so much on what the work is that you have to do, but being more mindful and focused on the person that you are choosing to be. Because it's in that lens that catapults you forward, not the funky stuff of looking back. It's looking in your forward lens and determining and looking each and every day of who is it, who's the man or who's the woman that I want to be moving forward. And that has been so valuable and so helpful to me that I can't even impress enough how that's helped. So in this moment, I'm grateful. But let me say that when I started this, all of this came from a place of pain. As we now know, or as many of us know, pain is such a huge catalyst for change, isn't it? Pain is so uncomfortable. And if anybody's like I am, when you're experiencing pain, I very much don't subscribe to a victim mentality. When I feel pain, I'm looking for some answers. I'm looking for ways to do some excuse my language, some shit differently. Because I am not trying to stay and be rooted in pain and victimhood. So I'm going to allow myself to have a moment of vulnerability here because I'm just moved to do it. 2.5 years ago, I found myself in so much pain that I had no other choice but to look at my life and to make some changes. Not only was I 209 pounds, but because I was supremely unhappy, that's how I got there. But I had to look at my life. And if I wanted something different from my life, I determined that I needed to do something different. So in that moment, I decided to do something different. And believe me when I say, it upset the apple cart of my life. Believe me when I say, there were a lot of people who weren't happy about what it was that I was saying and what I was doing. Believe me when I say that it was so uncomfortable. Believe me when I say it was truly scary. This is the other thing that I've learned about scary things in life. I'm learning to embrace fear. I'm learning that when I'm feeling fearful of something, to remind myself that there is something beautiful just on the other side of that fear. So I have started looking at fear and saying, come on, come with it. Because at my core, I know I'm far greater than any fear or any challenge that can show up in my life. Sometimes I might have momentary lapses in remembering that, but inevitably I come back around. So fear, bring it on. Because I know that there's a growth opportunity on the other side of it. I just know it. So the pain that I was in, I also have learned, because I'm a spiritual girl, that the universe often will align to make you supremely uncomfortable in order to redirect when you have gone off the rails in your life. When you're not consistent with what your soul purpose is, you're not consistent with what it is that you came here to do. All of us came here to do something specifically in order to contribute in our own unique way in this lifetime. And in order for me to go back on track to what it is my life purpose is, the apple cart needed to be upset in a big way. It was scary. It was painful. As I look back now, 2.5 years, I'm going to try to not cry. 2.5 years ago, looking back at all that pain, I would not do one thing differently. Not one thing differently than what I did. And in this moment today, that I've had this moment of coming back basically into who I'm supposed to be, because this physical manifestation of me coming back to my size 5 self. That just is a reflection of my alignment, mind, body, spirit. That's just a manifestation of where I've come here. That's just a manifestation of me honoring Kelly at a soul level. That's me having a manifestation of no matter what anybody else has said, their opinion about what I should be doing, who I should be doing it with, insignificant. I had to go within and determine that for myself. And in doing that, it has landed me here today. And I'm grateful. I'm just grateful. So I want to leave a message too of allowance. Because sometimes as we're in these lessons, and it's raining like hell outside right now, so I'm just going to let it rain and keep talking. It's actually soothing. That's the one thing about Florida. There can be a torrential downpour outside. It looks like Armageddon, and then 15 minutes later, sun shining, tropical paradise once again. Schizophrenic weather. Maybe that's why I live here. Not for much longer, but another story. So anyway, the message of allowance, because as I have gone through this whole journey and feeling the pain originally, and then moving through these lessons, these growth opportunities that I've had, I couldn't always see the forest for the trees. I just had to step out on faith and just go with my gut, honor my gut, and just honor what was right for me no matter what everybody else was saying. And oh my God, sweet baby Jesus, can I say how many people had so many opinions about what I was doing and still do to this day, right? Let that be a lesson to you that no one else can tell you what's good for you. Hi, Shoo, I'll call you. No one else in this life, no matter what, can tell you shit about what is good for you. No one. Parents, children, best friends, although mine pretty much does. Spouses, no one. You have to rely on your gut and let that guide you. That's your God sense guiding you, navigating you through your life in a joyful, fulfilled, purposeful way. So, know what you know and just allow for the universe to align, to conspire, to make it all happen for you. Don't doubt, don't worry, don't wring your hands too much. I know it's hard. I've done my fair share. Oh my God, last week I had such the worst anxiety attack. And, you know, I have worked on my anxiety and gotten on the other side of it through what it is that I do. And yet, as many years as I've been on the other side of it, last week I had the worst one ever. And this is, you know, I'm a hypnotherapist. I help people with this all day long, every day, and I'm saying to myself, really? I'm having this, and I help people with this all the time, and I'm supposed to have been over it. You know, it just sometimes situationally things can crop up when things get too much that you just have to manage, and I give, you know, people coping skills to do that, and that's how I got out of it. However, it was the worst, and I had to just sit in it, and as uncomfortable as it was, I had to just have faith that it was happening for a reason. That whenever you have this sort of discomfort, it's your soul screaming to you in some sort of way. That there's another growth opportunity teeing up for you. And oh my God, that was what was happening. This happened last week, and now this week, I can honestly look back and reflect and see why that happened. Why it happened. And so grateful for the growth experience that I've had as a result of it. So, in these moments of pain, in these moments of discomfort, uncertainty, just have faith. Just default to what it is that your soul is speaking to you, whispering to you. Honor it. Step out on faith on it. Be damned what everybody else has to say about it. Go with your gut, let it guide you, and then just allow the universe to deliver it right to you. We're all vibrational beings, and it's the worry, it's the doubt, it's the fear that drags our vibrations down, when really what it is that we want is already divinely agreed to. So we have to allow our emotions to elevate us to that of the vibrational escrow that holds all of our desires, to allow it to flow right into our life. And it's just that simple of a formula. So, no matter what you're going through in life, be it if it feels like me going through, deciding to get divorced, and having all kinds of people have an opinion about that, because maybe my life looked a certain way to everybody on the outside and couldn't figure out why I was making that move. 2.5 years later, I'm good. I'm good, and I'm better than good. I honored my soul. I decided to no longer be a ghost in my life, and to do Kelly, and it was right. It was the right thing to do. And let me just say this too about relationships while I'm on the subject of pain and allowance and gratitude. I guess that's the theme of today, isn't it? Relationships, your love partners, whomever they may be, past, present, and future, they can be some of your best teachers in life. Likewise, your children, some of your best teachers in life if you allow them to. They both are your exercises and opportunities in exercising unconditional love. Children and love partners. Things aren't always pretty in life. And, sometimes it takes a little bit of messiness for you to be able to grow the most. So, I've become less attached to how things look, although for the most part I don't really invest in appearances, for those of you who know me well. Right, Shushu? But anyway, I'm so grateful talking about gratitude for the lessons that I'm learning and have learned from all of my past, either relationships, current relationship, and my children too. I'm still going through some of these lessons, but I'm starting to see light at the end of the tunnel, and understanding them better, and being grateful for the lessons that they're teeing up for me. They've been some of the most uncomfortable ones, but again, I embrace any and all growth in life, and grateful because it's landed me here. And I'm so encouraged about where I still have to go. So, tee it up, fear. Tee it up, challenges. Tee it up, whatever you got for me, universe. I'm good. Time to slay some more dragons. And I'm ready. Hopefully, some of this message, pieces of this message, has touched somebody and helped you in some sort of way. At least I hope so. It's the only reason why I do them is because I do them when I'm moved to do them. And spirit moves me, so that's why I grabbed my phone to do it today. And wishing everybody a blessed day, and surrounding you all with love and light. Namaste. Bye-bye.